Do you know what drowning sounds or looks like? Despite common misconception, drownings are often silent, happen in a matter of seconds, and do not present as thrashing in the water. In 2013, unintentional drownings were identified by the Florida Department of Health as the leading cause of death among children ages 1 through 4. This statistic is the highest in the nation, with a drowning rate of 7.54 per 100,000 people. Florida was also identified as the highest drowning rate in the nation for children ages 1 through 14. Children under the age of 5 were identified as most likely to drown in a swimming pool, while children ages 5 through 14 were most likely to drown in natural or open bodies of water. For every 1 drowning death, 4 more children are hospitalized for near drownings. In Florida, drownings, both fatal and non-fatal, happen year-round, but are most occurrent between April through September. Death by drowning can be prevented by adults having the knowledge to identify signs of drowning, by implementation of the layers of protection, and teaching kids how to swim at an early age. Instinctive drowning response is an instinctive reaction that occurs in humans when they're close to drowning. Did you know that nearly 10% of all drownings occur with a guardian or an adult nearby? Learning signs and visual cues will help you identify near drowning victims and can help save a life. Signs of drowning to look out for can include any number of the following: head low in the water with the mouth at water level, head tilted back with the mouth open, glassy eyes unable to focus, hair over the forehead or eyes, not using legs vertically, hyperventilating or gasping, trying to swim but not making headway, and appearing to climb an invisible ladder. Your respiratory system is for breathing first and secondarily used for speech. In order to speak, one must be able to breathe. This is why drowning victims are unable to yell for help. Thrashing and yelling are both signs of aquatic distress, but unlike true drownings, victims of aquatic distress are able to assist in their own rescue. They're able to grab flotation devices to help. During a drowning, the human body instinctively forces the arms to press down on the water and attempts to raise your head above the water to gain breath. Instinctive drowning response prevents people from waving for help, moving toward help, or reaching for a flotation device. During drowning, the body remains upright and the struggle on the water surface is generally only 20 to 60 seconds before the victim becomes fully submerged. Drowning is preventable. Florida Water Smart identifies the layers of protection as supervision, barriers, and emergency preparedness. Supervision, the first and most crucial layer of protection, means that someone is always actively watching when a child is in the pool. Barriers physically block from a pool or a pond, and a child should never be able to enter a pool area unaccompanied by a guardian. An emergency preparedness. There is only a small moment of time, a precious window, in which resuscitation may occur, but only if someone knows what to do. Even if you're not a parent, it's imperative that you learn CPR. The techniques are easy to learn and can mean the difference in life or death. In an emergency, it's also critical to have a phone nearby and immediately call 911. Teaching kids to swim at an early age can be the difference in life or death if a child falls in the pool. Living in Florida and working in 911, I know how crucial swim lessons can be. When I became a parent, I made it a point to get my oldest daughter acclimated to the water. Even if it wasn't in a pool, we played a lot in the tub and I taught her to love the water, not to fear it. When I was able to accommodate swim lessons around my work schedule, I enrolled my oldest daughter in SEAL Swim School because they focus on survival techniques first and swim lessons second. Some of the first things they taught her were how to immediately grab the ledge. And if she gets a hold of the ledge, she was taught how to use the ledge and walk to a flight of stairs. And if she can't, to roll over and float. This allows kids the ability to breathe and yell for help. My oldest has been in class for approximately 7 months now and is completing tasks like learning to dive for rings. I also have a newborn that's just 3 weeks old, and she'll be starting SEAL Swim School here in the next couple weeks. I want to do all that I can to ensure the safety of 2 of the most important things in my life. According to the Red Cross, research shows that if a child doesn't learn to swim by the 3rd grade, they likely never will. Early swimming lessons are critical. Child drowning rates are far too high. No child should ever lose their life, especially when there are preventative resources available. It's imperative, especially in Florida, that parents remain vigilant and attentive to kids while they're in a pool. Learning cues and signs of drowning and teaching kids how to learn to swim will save lives. Accidental drownings can be prevented if we take every measure to ensure that our loved ones are safe.